Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Advanced Wars by Web live league game. Wow, I butchered that intro. Spawn on top left side, or just left side as a purple lightning Sami. We got LowEloNobody. Spawn on the right side as the green earth adder. We got bc513. This is a live game lobby, or live league. I keep on saying live game because that's what I call the live games for computers too. So keep an eye on the timer there. That's another important resource to worry about, as well as funds. And as the game starts going on, it's going to be maybe even a bit more of a more important resource than funds to some degree, because if you don't have enough time to move all units, the extra funds doesn't really matter much. Adder goes for a T-copter. This map is a 2-base map, or 3-base map, Era 1 airport. There's also a comm tower in the corners, but we would need to use a T-copter to capture it. And if you're playing a Hachi, you can pull out a pipe runners with your superpower and get onto this pipe seam. Or pipe, not pipe seam. Well, you can get onto the pipe seam as well. Does that matter much? No. I'm just saying you can. Because I think the only times I'm ever going to have a chance of casting games involving Hachi is probably April Fool's games, where I think they just remove all the restrictions. Interior infantry. Another infantry. Another tank. I'm a little sick at the moment, so my apologies. Let's see, got a pair of tanks here by Adder. He also goes for mech. He may go and try to destroy the pipe seam with a mech. There is a city there that constantly puts rounds in the back of the tube of the mech. Got a tank, infantry, recon. This recon's pushed right forward. We'll probably spot this infantry there, but pushing forward to hit is a bad idea. Tank's on top of a forest there, so he does not see it. And the mech does not take shots there, just got super pushed forward by the T-copter, and the mech does get hit by the infantry there. Good pick there. Though Sami's mech did retaliate quite hard. Though it'll probably be still going to put this mech into this recon. We'll get some good damage there. And we've got more mechs in pull up by Sami now. Tank push right forward, got a recon here. Sami, of course, gets 10% less firepower on her battle copters, which is perfectly fine. So she can still go for battle copters, and Adder can still go for ATRs to shoot those battle copters. Plus, if Sami goes for a bunch of mechs, ATRs will at least do quite well versus mechs. Though, like, you still have to be careful about receiving first strike from mechs, like you usually do either way, whether you're tanks, recons, or ATRs. Does take a shot at the pipe seam. Infantry, tank. ATR, tank, and recon. Let's round that pipe seam there. Good strike there, but this battlecopter is in range. ATR is out of range, said battlecopter, unless if he gets a power, then ATR will be in range. I think that's what he's going to try to do. Pulls back the ATR. Just needed 100 more funds, so he could have sacked the 2 infantry unit there to take out the battlecopter. Though, doing for just that may not be worth in the end. Can always go for another day, or another turn. Or another day actually is a fitting phrase for this game. Get some good strikes there. Even shooting the recon a little bit there. Mech push way forward. Sami also almost had enough for a double time, which is not a bad superpower. Increase the firepower benefits from her foot soldiers from 30% to 50%. Also give them +1 movement range. Now we got the size up activated, which also gives them +10 global. There's a pipe seam. Starting to capture that proper, trying to flip it. 90,000 plus 18,000 income. Interrupts the capture there and fully stops it there. It's the mech. Battlecopter, infantry, and recon. Sami does have one ATR on the moment, on the field at the moment. Hits out that unit there, hits the recon. Mech tank. And another tank. So Sami's going to be saving up for the victory march the current rate. Unless it's a really good turn which could just get a lot of one-shots. Victory march. Something I just not realized as well. Adder may want to delete the cruise and put something a bit more healthy on top of it. As one health could be easily picked off and victory marched on top of the HQ. And the HQ is pretty far forward, so it is on a constant threat from the victory march. Let's take out that unit there. A couple products still just neutral, C2, but this suggests the income disparity suggests there's a third one somewhere. My apologies. If this coffee doesn't end, it's probably going to be my last cast for tonight. Victory March is available. She does not go for this turn. 3 Alpha Infantry unit lurking in the woods. They can capture up this city there. Sami did go for a Neo tank last turn. And that tank does not go down. Will she go for a Victory March this turn? She does go for the full Victory March. It's the recon, trying to clean up that path there. Mech's gonna strike there. ATR strikes infantry unit there. Mech strikes the tank there, one-shotting it. It's that infantry down south. Tank strikes the regular tank. One of tank sacks itself there. Hits the 5 infantry unit there. So will not capture any properties this turn, looks like. Did not take up this infantry unit there, so maybe that's what she was eyeing on. Mech, ATR, tank, but no property captures there. Superpower there. Looks like he needs a +2 movement range. Just get some good damage. He does not need +2 movement range. He can always just go for +1 movement range. But he is pushing forward a lot of infantry from the back line. Shot there, hits that one there. Battlecopter, recon, ATR. Oh, I just something realized as well. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, 17 minutes. That is a massive difference. Got 93,000 for 72. So Adder has about 1 turn advantage, but has hardly any time to spare. Battlecopter to strike Battlecopter, hits the artillery piece there. Recon gets struck, infantry gets struck. Hits the recon up north. Tank, mech, tank. Spots this tank there. It goes down. Does have vision this tank here, but okay, we got a sea tower here, so just need to put a unit on both these flanks to help block its path. Currently, Adder doesn't have any counter to the Neo tank. Battlecopter is more close to a soft counter, a cost-effective counter, but still not a hard counter. Recon, infantry. It's for 80,000 versus 77. That's still pretty even value at the moment. And Sami does have good core tanks here. Does need to deploy more infantry down south to help utilize her infantry benefits. Recon, ATR, and mech. T-copter down to 14 fuel, so may just want to be sent back to the airport to get resupplied. Though it probably can't reach us more than 14 tiles away, let alone the day-to-day fuel consumption. Hits the Neo tank twice. Does put it around the cruiser. Got pretty close to going down. Curious. It's somewhere between that. He rolled low, but it was about 50% chance of him killing it. Weighted against him, so it's definitely close to 1%. So next tank shot will take it out. Neo tank does take up the ATR. Hits that tank there. Hits the infantry unit twice. Draws a capture there. 18,000 versus 21,000, which is something that should be inverted because it's Sami. T-Copter down to 5 fuel. You don't have to worry about shooting that down unless it's in your way. Battlecopters does take up the Neo tank there. Slowly went down, but went down nonetheless. Adder has a good amount of infantry down south as well, so Sam's gonna have trouble cleaning all that up. A-tier infantry tank. And this is the strong side, weak side mechanic. Adder's Neo tank is starting to push his way forward. Oh, that recon back there, being oh so annoying, gets trapped twice. She's getting stuck like a stepsister. 3 traps, 1 turn. That must be really pissing off Sami. Anti-air tank. 16 minutes remaining. 2 minutes 30 seconds. So Adder's on day-to-day time, which is not good. Though he is in a pretty good position, it feels like. Pops the power. Hits the mech there. Hits that infantry unit there. Does hit the anti-air. Oh. That must have been him out of time. He did build a couple things, but I'm pretty sure he ran out of time there. This is the part where Sami can change time just for a bit more thinking plan, but Adder at this point in time, he's going to have trouble moving around. So this is where Sami can easily turn the game around. Does have access to the victory march. And Adder now has to quickly think of not only consuming his turn, but also quickly think of where to protect the cities there. All has his opponent's turn time to think about moving actions and quickly executing them. Neo tank, anti-air infantry. He ends the turn of 30 seconds, so got 30 seconds that turn. And here's the thing as well, Sami could also hurt Adder by making her turns very quick as well to give him less time to think of what to do. Victory March was not utilized, so Adder has to constantly be thinking around Victory March. Pops the side slip. Tank anti-air infantry, and has now 45 seconds, so save 15 more seconds. And here comes a Victory March. Mech into Neo tank for Victory March. I have no idea how effective that will be. Yeah, at least pays for itself. Gets a shot there onto the anti-air, one-shotting. That will be more valuable, of course. Mech takes out infantry in there. Tank on tank. Tank hits infantry. Tank gets trapped. And hits tank again. Hits infantry unit. Infantry units push way forward. Looks like no captures this Victory March either. Takes a pipe scene there. Wants the Neo tank to push forward. Now in position to strike this Neo tank. Anti-air infantry. Something went down that may have been his T-Copter. If that was still alive. Wasn't paying attention to that. Hits the mech. 22,000 versus 18,000 income. So Adder still has an income advantage, which is very important. The Neo tank gets trapped. That's a big loss. It also means gets trapped for his Sami's Neo tank. That Neo tank getting trapped there is actually maybe game losing. Did save another 25 seconds or 24 seconds. Sami's time's actually still counting up as well, but having that Neo tank get trapped right there, that could be game changing. Or a game determining factor. Got some good strikes there. Finish off the anti-air as well. Tank takes a strike there on the Neo tank. Recon reconnoitering the recon. And that Neo tank's fully surrounded. Could be set free by double tapping this tank with these 2 tanks, but still there's a 3 health Neo tank. That 3 health Neo tank may just want to turn around and shoot the 7 health Neo tank and soften it as much as it can. Pops another power. Sami did go for a bomb last turn. Neo tank here. And some outlying units there, trying to clip the comm tower. Might as well. It's the recon there. It's the tank there twice. It's that tank twice. It's the infantry unit once. Pulls back the Neo tank. Does not get on top of a city. Battlecopter infantry recon. Lost some time last turn. Which I suppose whatever time he saves up is being utilized, to say the least. It's that infantry unit twice. Allowing the bomber to advance forward out of vision range. It is in range of the E tier, just needs to have a spotter, which actually is going to be a little bit difficult. This regular tank, if it were to charge forward, parks right there, and then shoot this E tier, which this is out of range, it would spot the bomber. Is that tank twice? Is that infantry unit? Well, twice, but neither of those units go down. Another Neo tank there, add over 22,000 income with a bit of money left over, probably because he's maybe having trouble spending it. Which means he can pump out Neo tanks per turn. Misses the bomber in vision range. Yep. And now that Neo tank will be... Ooh, the lack of time hurt him there. Unable to make an informed decision there. Now the Neo tank is going to be nuked, which could give Sami a superpower, or get pretty close to it. Sami roughly knows where that anti-air is, but can't use a cruiser to block it, surrounded by shores. Neo tank pushes forward, mech advances. Maybe she could start trying to eye for the HQ capture now. Adder's turn, has nearly 3 minutes to work with. Sami starting to spend some of her time, which is perfectly fine. Adder has enough for a superpower. Regular powers probably would do just fine unless he needs the extra range. Does the anti-air, battlecopter, infantry, and anti-air. We could see a victory march. This infantry unit is in range of a couple cities for a victory march. Pulls back the bomber to the airport. That's something you don't usually see every day, but it was in range. Did that after moving and attacking. So, late turn calculations in the player's mind. Lifts a city there of 1, and there of 1. Keeping those 1 health units alive allowed her to get 2 more cities there, equalizing income. Artillery, tank, and recon. Pops his own superpower. Finish off the 1 health unit there. Allow the you probably use pop the superpower there to let the Neo tank range the Neo tank. Tank, infantry, reef, and anti-air. Takes out battlecopter there, gets trapped. Tank, artillery. A 6-out bomber should be adequate enough to push forward. Waiting another turn to get repaired up, maybe not that great. Though right now this ATR is out of... no, it's not out of vision range. The recon's in range, and I think putting a round onto that tank there will one-shot it. It all depends on percentage health. So it could one-shot it. The recon could at least finish off. Oh, it doesn't spot the ATR there because it's on top of forest. Does finish off there. Does not take out the anti-air. Mech, infantry, artillery. Does get trapped there. Does strike the artillery there, which is a good pick. Neo tank, recon, and commit space skip. Has actually gained a bit of extra time there. Now up to 1:30 versus 17. So Sami's also stockpiling a bit of time there. 107 versus 80, so Sami's still a bit behind. Income is slightly against her as well. Does take out the anti-air there. This anti-air, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with power, which he basically has, is in range of the bomber. So we're probably gonna see the power and take out the bomber. Anti-air infantry tank. There's a side slip. Hits the artillery. Does hit the... take out the cruiser. Going to be catching up now the city with the infantry. Blah. Tank is in range to interrupt. This tank's also in range to interrupt. Push units forward. This tank's going to be shelled by some artillery. Battlecopter, recon, and commit space skip. And he has enough money for infantry in there. Hits the anti-air there. Interrupts capture. Helicopter got pretty much knocked out. Hits the unit there. Shell the artillery, the tank there. Does finish off there. She almost has enough for a superpower. So she puts her eye for the HQ capture once again. And she moved the tank over here rather than moving it down south to help protect. As remember as well, you need another source to interrupt the capture next turn. Join captures with 7 health. This may be an adder HQ capture this turn. Because I see nothing left to interrupt it. Yep, looks like Adder managed to barely squeeze out a victory. Pops in the victory march. Infantry units out of range there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is in range to interrupt the capture, however. That's what the Neo tank needs something to take out that regular tank there, and I see nothing. Anti-air may be able to take it out, but still needs a spotter. And, yep. And didn't even take it out either way. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on the next replay.